live from the tree because why not? I felt like climbing a tree, so I might as well record a video from up here, right? Yeah, gotta maintain that inner child. And some of you might have heard, I don't think I've really shared this, but during my ayahuasca retreat a month or so ago, during one of the ceremonies, I literally reclaimed my inner child. And it was one of the most beautiful experiences of my life. It was really, really profound and amazing. And so at one point, I literally shook hands with my 9-year-old self. I saw him in front of me. And it was a time in my life that I realized, and I never realized it before, but during the ceremony I realized that it was a traumatic time in my life for me. I was moving away from the first house I lived at, and all my friends were on the same block, so I would play sports outside with them, run around, ride bikes and all that. So all my friends were on the same block. So I had so much fear and resistance to moving from this house. And it really deeply made me feel how that trauma affected me. Because you think of traumas as things like you get abused or assaulted or things like that. But it was really a traumatic experience for me. And I also realized that I lost trust in a lot of things. Because of that, it made me distrust my parents, which was my own assumption, of course. But it made me distrust my parents. It made me not have trust in the process of life and things like that. So those were things that I had to resolve. And it really made me realize that. So after I greeted my 9-year-old self, what I did was I gave him a hug because that's exactly what he needed. And when I did that, we literally integrated back together. It was the craziest feeling, like whoosh, and he was back with me, or I was back with me. Crazy, crazy, crazy feeling. It wasn't just like some hallucination. It happened. I felt my inner child integrate back into me. It was ridiculous. And yeah, I literally brought him back and resolved those traumas in bringing him back. And also, like, when that happened, I had to release his fears or my fears at the time. And I did that through deep breathing. I had to really breathe into my heart to ease the fears of my 9-year-old self, because it was it was such a weird feeling. It's like, oh, I'm back here. So it was like my 9-year-old self and my current self in the same body. It's a crazy feeling. So I had to breathe away his anxieties and fears, and I did that, and whew, what an experience. And I feel different ever since then. Like, I feel more of that inner child. So I left part of my inner child at that point in my life. I lost some of my inner child back then, and I reclaimed it. So that's something that's so important for all of us to do, because we all have experiences like that where we lose a part of that inner child, you know, that sense of wonder, that playfulness, that awe for life, that imagination, those beautiful qualities that we had as children that we tend to lose as adults. So we all need to reclaim that inner child. So go climb a tree, go play outside, do something crazy, roll around in the grass, you know, ride a bike. It's fun. Like, we take things too seriously, and just doing things to get back in touch with our inner child is so healing, and it's just so fun to do. So get out there and do something fun. Be childlike. Peace, peace.